This is the Dame Dash Show. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and energized by the entrepreneur who introduced the world to Jay-Z, Kanye West, and fashion designer Rachel Roy. These days, you can find Dame hustling movies, music, art, and more. The Dame Dash Show starts now.
Many people have lost their lives trying to reveal the secret. The secret has been hidden from the world for far too long. But now,
in order to become successful, a lot of times you have to find your zone that's comfortable for you.
When you come to that crossroad and you get to a certain age where you have that epiphany where what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life, and you don't even have a plan yet, that's when it's time to start writing your shit down.
Sometimes, life decisions and life choices steer you another path, but, mistakes are given, being a human. We don't have to be perfect.
One day the world's gonna have to come around and recognize that, yeah, this is different, but there's nothing like this out here.
You have to let your imagination run wild when it comes to your career, period.
Most people only plan for what they think they can get. The universe doesn't like that. The universe wants you to go for what you think is impossible.
Dr. King said your character is built not during times of comfort and convenience, but during times of conflict and controversy.
When you see an obstacle, don't let it deter you. You either can go over it, around it, or through it, depending on your own strength.
I've been through a lot of stuff in life, but never once have I felt like this is the end of my path.
You have to put up your own money. That's independence. If someone else is putting up the money, that's dependence.
If you don't see yourself coming out as a boss at that place, get the fuck out of there.
they can no longer keep it from us.
Welcome back to the Dame Dash Show. I know y'all staying with me, because we all entrepreneurs. We all want to learn something. And next up, I got my friend, my barber in L.A., Kenyatta. We got the Hip Hop Motivation. It's a internet kind of a TV show. We wrote a book called Culture Vultures. And Kenyatta has a barbershop. He's an entrepreneur. And he gets all these different questions because he's on the concrete every day about what's going on in my life and other things and other people's lives as well. And he gets these questions. So we're going to talk to him direct. He's going to give me these questions. I'm going to answer them. And I get to talk directly to my brother. What's up, Kenyatta? How you doing?
What's good, Dame? What's happening with you?
Everything's good, man. I'm chilling. And I know you got some questions for me, right?
Yeah, most definitely, man. We have the Ask Dame segment of the show. And the first question is from Hassan from Washington, D.C. He asked, Billboard magazine recently named their top 10 rappers, excluding Big L and Tupac. What are your top 10 MCs?
My top 10 MCs?
Yeah, it don't have to be in no particular order, I take it. So
that's a crazy question right there, man. That's not about no business. My top 10 favorite MCs. All right.
Right.
It's hard for me to be objective because I've only paid attention mostly to the people I've worked with once I got into the music business. You know what I'm saying? So, and also periods of, all right, let me see. I mean, I got to give Big L, I'm going to do 5 because we ain't got time for 10. So I'm going to give, all right, so I'm going to give the older Jay-Z before he crossed me. I like that one. Okay. He was one of my favorites. Nas, one of my favorites. Biggie, no doubt, one of my favorites. Big L, one of my favorites. OC is one of my favorites. I cursed there. I like OC a lot. It's just I don't like to talk about hip-hop. I get back into my old hip-hop ways, you know what I mean? I think Joshua Gunner's on the come up. He should make the list. He could make the list. I'll give him that, And Nicolette should make the list at some point as well. I think she could rap really well. Big L, I definitely got to give him some props. He's definitely one of my favorite MCs. What's your top 5, being that you want to ask me a bunch of questions like that?
I think my top 5 would be, of course, Biggie is my favorite times. Tupac, Jay is up there, definitely. I would say, for me,
don't try to bite OC.
OC is dope, but I'm saying as far as MCs, Rakim.
I forgot about Rakim. I'm sorry. He all time. He might have to be number 1. Let's get Rakim up there. I'm sorry.
But you didn't say Tupac. What's up with that?
He's not one of my favorites.
Okay. Respect.
Okay.
All right. Let's go on to the next question. We got Jason from Raleigh, North Carolina. How did you handle non-believers in your vision during the beginning of Rockefeller Records?
I don't even pay attention to a non-believer. They don't even exist. A non-believer is non-existent to me. You know, as an entrepreneur, you got to be strong. You can't listen to what people say that you should or kid or can't do because they haven't done nothing. So I'm a firm believer of not listening to anyone that hasn't done anything I want to do. You know, and usually people tend to talk negative about things because they're afraid to do it themselves. So, you know, I never really listen to non-believer. I don't even know what that means. Next
Great
question.
Answer. Next question. We have Maisha from Carson, California. She says, what's your opinion on women that invest mainly in enhancement methods and plastic surgery? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not big on plastic surgery. I'm not gonna lie. You know, Raquel's all natural, and you know, I just believe that you gotta, you know, play the hand that's dealt. And I think beauty is from within. And I think a lot of times, because of the way society is, people think that they have to worry about their exterior more than their interior. And if fake is just, I just like realistic, authentic. I'm not big on plastic surgery, to be honest. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, no disrespect to fine women that have gotten it. That's just me, you know? What you think about it?
I mean, personally, I don't have a problem with anyone choosing to do what they want to do.
Can I get a business question or something?
Yeah, for me, I'm
plastic surgery and all that.
I have a business question for you. What's the hardest thing to deal with in independence?
The people that betray you, because when you're independent, you have to play the game fair to stay independent. And usually the reason why you're independent is because you don't want to play a corporate game where it means being deceitful and jerking people and not working with people that you believe in, just, you know, doing things for money, and that's not me. So it's kind of like finding like-minded people that won't betray you, that are in it for the same thing that you're in it for, only because you need a team. It's hard to do things on your own, you know what I'm saying? So I guess the hardest thing is to find like-minded people that won't rob you, that play the game fair, and don't mind playing the game fair in a game where everyone is playing it unfair. It's like being a truthful person or playing the game fair in a room full of cheaters, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's really it. Last question.
How do you deal with cheaters?
I just work hard. I'll hustle everybody. I feel like I got to be better than everybody. And I brace my face for the punches. I'm not going to cry every time I get hit. I'm going to just hit back. But I'm going to do it in a legal way. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, I want everybody to know that we got the book Culture Vultures coming out. We got your movie, The Secret to Ballin', which you can see on Dame Dash Studios, or you can buy it from Vimeo from thesecrettoballin.com, correct? And then we have our television show, Hip Hop Motivation, and then you got your barbershop. I want to make sure all that comes out there, and I will see you the week after next, and we'll keep kicking it. And if Rocky will ever finish the artwork, we'll see the book, The Culture Vultures. But it's been good talking to you, and we're going to check it out with Joshua Guns.